but it's essentially a spiritual gifts assessment that takes into consideration the things you're passionate about, your heart, some abilities or things maybe you've done, experiences, things you've taught, or even some pain. So what were some really painful moments that you had? Or moments where God showed up in your life that was just outside of the ordinary? What I've found is that most times people don't think about those things. As we're moving through life, we don't always remember what God has done.
Right.
And so we forget that sometimes what he's done is aligned with how he's gifted us. And we keep these things so separate. So what I really do love about the SHAPE assessment is it puts everything in one. It's not this perfect thing, right? I think it's a step, right? It's not going to tell you who you are. You know, that's for God to do in his spirit, right? But I think it does take us in that second practical step to be able to say, these are some things I'm gifted in.
Yeah, that's good.
Based on how I answered the questions, right? And as I said, not where I think I am, but where I am actually,
that's
honestly.
Yeah.
So
Paul talks about the church in 1 Corinthians and other places in the Gospels of that the church is a body and everybody has parts. And I think this helps us because it's even understanding what part we are and play. And I think your assessment helps us understand like I had someone recently of like, well, Pastor Jeremy, I'm an introvert. So where can I serve? Like, there's a place for you. Like, like for me, you mentioned you taught third, fourth, fifth grade. I taught third grade as well. Third grade was like the youngest I was willing to go because I'm like, anybody younger than that, I just can't do.
You need to be able to speak.
I can't. Like, I need some level to be able to connect already. And so just knowing like maybe who I was and even maybe some limitings that I had. And I think for people, it's maybe they really have a heart of like there are some people that are deathly terrified of teenagers. If get them in a room with teenagers, they're calling the cops. Like, they're like, I don't know what I don't know. And they can't handle that. But maybe they can help in another area that they just didn't. And so I think sometimes people quit, and you can tell me where you think on this, but I think some people don't serve or stop serving because they're in the wrong spot. Like they weren't in the right, and so maybe they missed an assessment or they just felt like, well, someone told me there's a need in this ministry. I just want to go help. So let me just go fill that hole. But they didn't actually take the time to say, well, how has God gifted me? Because we'd rather have people serving for years than serving for just a small season because it filled a hole.
That's right.
And so just really understanding that. So we're going to put the QR code on this on the screen, and you can scan that. Make sure you take that. Where do those go? They go straight to you?
Go directly to me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.